Let's talk about the Colonists of Deutschenfeld card game. It is totally based on cards. You get 71 cards and an instruction sheet, which will help you learn how to play the game. Like the board game, the cover of the cards are basically a picture taken from my own family history. It's my great-grandfather, great-grandmother, Stickle, who sent this picture to my grandfather, who came to Canada in the 1930s. And what I did was I took this and put it through a bit of an art photo program, turned it into more of an illustration. So you'll be familiar with this cover if you've seen the board game and the cover of that game. Just to explain, the object of the game is to be the first player or colonist family to complete a farmstead in the Colonists of Deutschenfeld, and we'll talk a little bit about what that farmstead looks like in a subsequent video. Anyhow, just to let you know what's in this pack, besides a descriptor on the back, you get a whole variety of farmstead cards. These are the cards that you'll actually use to build your farmstead, and they are basically number from 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that represents the farmstead that you're trying to build. So that's one of the things you get in there in this pack. To play, you get a series of wild cards that you can use in the place of the actual sections or cards of the farmstead. You also get these green progress cards. These are cards that will help you gain more cards and thereby increase your chances of building your farmstead to be the first one to do that. Now there's a whole variety of things here from the history of these colonists, sons working for neighbors, big wheat harvest, your father's elected mayor. There's another big wheat harvest. Your wife spins wool or flax for extra income. All of these things will help you increase your chances of getting more of these farmstead cards. So these are all progress cards, and these are positive cards that you can use to help yourself. Now there's also a series of cards that are not so nice, and they are called setback cards. And you actually can use these against other players to block them from finishing their farmstead. And they are again taken from actual historical events in the colonies. You use special taxes. There's another special tax: wolves killing livestock, locust infestations, ground squirrel infestations, Russian armies needing billeting and eating most of your food supply. That happens to be my grandfather's uncle, so that's an actual picture of family history of a Russian military soldier who happens to be somebody that my grandfather knew. Thieves stealing your wagon, etc., etc., floods, cattle events, negative events, epidemics, that sort of thing, hail. So those are some of the setback cards that you can have. Now, if somebody tries to do something to you to set you back, you do have the option, if you have a Providence card. As in the actual board game, these colonists were God-fearing people, and they depended on God to protect them, and so these cards sort of represent that, and you can use them to block things that happen negatively, or could happen negatively to you. Now, in addition to trying to finish your farmstead, if you also, after doing that, can get one of these land title cards. This is like having more land that you can give to your sons, so they don't have to migrate.